Jewish women of African descent were maliciously sterilized by the Israeli government without these African women's knowledge or consent, so as to curb the growth of the population of African Jews in Israeli society. What nobody added is that preventing births in a particular racial, ethnic, or religious group is one of the 5 criteria of acts of genocide. So when the Israeli government was sterilizing those women with intent to exterminate in whole or in part that minority group, Israel was essentially already committing genocide. This time it was against black Jews, and this time it was without any bombs. This brutal rising anti-Semitism in the Israeli government is no different in intent from the gas chambers used to exterminate Jews in whole or in part at the Auschwitz concentration camps during World War II. Africa and the world must never fail to condemn such a hideous act, because it is most likely the world's silence on this matter that emboldened Israel to now commit an all-out genocide 5 years later in Gaza, simply because the Israeli government had faced no global condemnation or any meaningful consequences earlier when it committed this barbaric anti-Semitic act of sterilization, a crime against humanity on its own Jewish population. I therefore today urge the President and Prime Minister of Ethiopia, the African Union, the United Nations, and the European Union to rise against this despicable anti-Semitic attack and take a public international stand against Israeli genocidal acts, so as to ensure that public awareness serves its purpose as a reminder to humanity of how unchecked cruelty can spiral into an avalanche of blood when serious injustice is waved aside and completely ignored by a racist old world order of hate when the victims are not of European descent. We, the global majority, refuse to be the fools of malicious concerted anti-racism play acting, especially when the Israeli apartheid government proves itself to be the global control tower of the most disturbing anti-Semitic bigotry against Jews, the global center of religious hatred against Muslims, and the global instigator of religious hatred against Christianity, all combined. Free Palestine.